Hey Disciply, I'm not here today, but you have an assignment and I'm going to explain it to you. I meant to do this before class, at the end of class on Friday, but we just smack right out of time and I forgot. This is not going to be edited as well as the other ones are, so I apologize if you can hear hallway noise or if you can hear people frolicking in the Friday afternoon sunshine. Okay, so you have from the sub or will have from the sub a piece of paper that looks like this. Alrighty, and these are, you have to do any of these assignments in order to equal 30 points. All right, so I wanted you to circle 30 points, which I'm noticing this is mirrored, so do the best you can. So this is got to equal, you got to do all of these points. The points possible are all right down here. So you can see you can get 15 points for making an illustrated poster, or another 15 points for doing a collage, or you can choose one of these crosswords to do as well. I'm going to give you some examples of all of these, but right now I want to call your attention to this. Right here on this side, the bolded words right here, those are your Latin roots. So these are words from your Stage 5 vocab, and these are the roots that your that words come from in English. This right here, these are derivatives, and these are all English words that come from these Latin roots. So for example, event comes from the word when, or venio, to come. All right, or prevent comes from the word went. All right, so when you're making your products, you see that sometimes they say like choose a root or choose a, or illustrate derivatives. What you're going to do, for example, this, if you find one in the wild, like if you see one of these words, one of these derivatives in a book, you can take a picture of it and that's worth 5 points. You can also find, this might or may not be doable, but if you find a scientific name that comes from one of these roots, by all means, you can find it and give it to me. The other thing you can do is that you can make crosswords. Now, you have two options for crosswords. One of them is worth 10 points, and it's just if you define them. So this one right here is worth 10 points because I said to clap, and the word to clap, this mirroring's messing with me. To clap means to applaud. So I would write applaud right here and give me a key. I can also, which is worth more points, this is worth 15 points, where you can use the word in a sentence. So we like to applaud after a good show, and that's worth 15 points because you're not just looking for definitions. You're actually making the words, or making the sentences. Okay, the other thing you can do is you can make an illustrated poster or make a collage. So the only difference is that the collage, you have to do 10 pictures, and the poster, because you're drawing them, you only have to do 5. So here is an example of that. See, I chose one root. I chose one bolded word, and then I put a whole bunch of different pictures to show me what those derivatives are. So like all of these words come from spectat. So like inspection is when you go look at things. A spectator is someone who watches. And so I gave you pictures to illustrate those derivatives. I find that sometimes what kids do is they just find like spectator written in a cool way, but that's not really illustrating what the word means. You need to show me what the word means. So choose one root, and then find pictures to illustrate all of these derivatives right here. So if I chose malt, I'd write malt in the center, and then I'd find ways to illustrate multifold, multilingual, multiple, multiplex, multiplicity, or multitude. All right, and again, with the illustrated poster, you just have to draw them instead. All right, and then the last one is this derivative, the derivative tree. Here's an example from a 7th grader. She chose the word pater. That was her root word. Again, this mirroring is messing with me. She chose the word pater, and then she just put like patron, and she defined it there. So the branches are the derivatives, all right, and the center is the root it comes from. So this is the Latin word it comes from, and these are all the derivatives. Okay, lots of you have done this before. Some of you haven't. If you have done this before in 7th grade, be cool and help out your friends who haven't. I hope you did well on the vocab quiz. Be awesome for the sub. I will see you tomorrow.